Welcome to Politics Tonight, everyone. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. The police have declared a British national, Andrew Wen, with several alliances wanted in connection with terrorism and attempting to overthrow the government during recent demonstrations. Tonight we shall be focusing on military diplomacy and war against terrorism and banditry. My guest is Group Captain Sadiq Garbashew, retired, a security consultant, CEO, Conflict Security and Development Consult Limited. Welcome to Politics Tonight, everyone. Stay with us. I'll be right back. Welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. Now let's begin with some developments in the polity. The police have declared a British national, Andrew Wen, with several alliances wanted in connection with terrorism and attempting to overthrow the government during recent demonstrations. According to the Force Public Relations Officer, Olumi Wadejobi, the suspect built a network of sleeper cells to topple the government. He and his alleged collaborator, Lucky Obion, who are at large and now the subject of a global manhunt by Interpol. Sifon Sen reports.
These are now wanted suspects by the police. According to the police, Andrew Wen and Lucky Obion have been indicted for terrorism and attempting to overthrow the government during recent violent demonstrations in the country.
He mobilized and deployed several billions of naira to his Nigerian collaborators, urging them to mobilize the public to violently storm police facilities and military barracks, anticipating a bloodbath that will instigate international condemnation of the Nigerian government. These acts are in clear violation of the Terrorism Prevention Act of 2011 and other relevant laws of this country.
He says Mr. Wen owned and operated Eva Valley Bookshop and Stars of Nation schools as cover for his activities.
Preliminary findings suggest the orchestrated and funded violent protests, disseminated false information, and engaged in other unlawful activities to create anarchy and justify their illegal plots to overthrow the democratically elected government.
Their links with the NLC president are also a subject of investigation.
The invitation extended to certain individuals within the Nigerian Labour Congress leadership has nothing to do with rights advocacy and activities of the union leadership, but is aimed at clearing the relationship between the individuals and Andrew Wen, who, in addition to plotting unconstitutional regime change, is also financing terrorism in Nigeria. Following the interaction between the police investigation team and the NLC president, there is now a clearer understanding of the focus of the ongoing police investigation and the depth of Andrew Wen's subversive network and activities.
The police say there are more evidences to come. Sifon Sen, TVC News, Abuja.
Nigerians are calling for a complete overhaul of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited as petrol scarcity lingers in some parts of the country. TVC News correspondent Bola Ahmed was out in Lagos State to monitor the situation.
It is no surprise that top on the list of stories making headlines on the front pages of newspapers in Nigeria is fuel scarcity. These, no doubt, are not interesting times for Nigerians, as many still spend the night at fuel stations just to get the product.
Do this morning now, I've been here till 2 o'clock to this time now. You can see me, I'm sleeping, so tired.
A trip around town showed that some fuel stations, though open, had no activity, while fuel seen dispensing had long queues. It was not a pleasant weekend for these motorists, having spent hours on the queue. There were allegations that fuel was only sold into jerrycans, but at a high price.
Since 12 o'clock, I don't have a queue, at the queue. No, they sell cake, rubber.
I want to buy fuel of
13K. They collected 2,000 from me before they will sell me, and I'm have to buy 11,000.
Now, those were allegations made by motorists here as fuel scarcity in the country bites harder. But at the sight of a camera lens, the story changed as fuel attendants stopped dispensing. Reacting to the situation, Nigerian economist Muda Yusuf has called on NNPCL Limited to speak to Nigerians as fuel prices soar.
Apart from the productivity issues, it has affected cost of transportation, cost of movement, especially for the ordinary people. As far as the PMS is concerned, NNPC is the sole importer of these products. So when we are having this kind of crisis, I expect the NNPC to come out and explain to Nigerians what exactly is the problem.
On Sunday, the 1st of September, NNPCL finally admitted a significant debt to petrol suppliers, a story that has sparked reactions.
How did this debt come about? That's the question. Is this something that has been from the previous government or something that just came?
If you are to buy fuel for maybe 1,000 naira per litre, how much are you going to charge customers? So they are sitting on the money, they have to pay. And the President Bola Tinubu must overhaul NNPC. Overhaul NNPC, sack everybody.
As it stands, some say walking into fuel stations to get fuel at an affordable price may now be a luxury every Nigerian earnestly yearns for. Abimbola Agnibi, TVC News, Lagos.
The House of Representatives is confident its partnership with the federal government will significantly reduce the increasing number of out-of-school children using alternative schooling initiatives. National Assembly correspondent Joki Adisa reports.
The Committee on Alternative Education is one of the latest measures to address the growing number of out-of-school children in the country. A UNESCO report in 2021 ranked Nigeria third among nations with high rates of out-of-school children, coming after India and Pakistan. The UN agency in 2022 said about 20 million Nigerian children, representing 10% of the estimated Nigerian population, are not in school. Experts fear the steady rise in the number of out-of-school children will continue to fuel insecurity, with teenage children remaining vulnerable to being lured into banditry and other criminal activities. This initiative, spearheaded by the Parliament, is targeted at training children not in school with relevant skills to become productive members of society. The engagement between the executive and the Parliament is to share perspectives towards overcoming the challenge. The committee chairman says the fallout of the recent national protest makes it urgent for concerned persons to come up with measures that are realistic.
As we are all aware, the issue of out-of-school children continue to pose significant challenge to our nation. The menace does not only threaten the socio-economic development and security of our country, but also directly impacts the well-being of our citizens.
The forum provides a good place for the government at the center to create awareness about ongoing efforts. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, as well as its budget and national planning counterpart, highlight key progress in enhancing school security. These include the establishment of the Secretariat for the Financing of Safe Schools.
The Safe Schools initiative, it is funded and it is a robust plan that has international relevance and backing in order to keep our children safe in schools.
The federal government even supported a better educational services delivery for all, which is a $750 million World Bank program that targeted 12 states with the most serious problems.
The committee also engaged with the National Commission for Nomadic Education, the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education, as well as the National Commission for Almajiri and Out-of-School Children, to achieve more productivity.
Let's take a short break, and when we return, it will be time to discuss military diplomacy and the war against terrorism and banditry. The group captain Sadiq Garbashir retired. Stay with us, everyone.